and I thought I was really you guys. Well, hey there, and welcome back for another Secondhand Opinions video. I'm Jason Alderman, the internet's favorite fat-mouthed fat ass, bringing you fat stacks of fucked facts. A nice man saved a sweet little old lady from drowning in her car. She took a wrong turn down the boat launch and couldn't get out and walk back up the boat ramp. Maybe, just maybe, she shouldn't be driving. So not our country, but interesting nonetheless. Ezra Levant reported over the weekend that rebel media was served papers over his emergency injunction to cover the debate up north. It's clear Trudeau, who levied the case, is no friend of the press. How close the old world evils come to the land of the free and the home of the brave. Now I see why Barry endorsed him. They're playing for the same team. The Squad and the Gang of Eight. What's with the supervillain club creds? Well, now that I've planted that seed. Holy shit, until I started covering the news, I did not realize just how bad CNN is. I can't use most of their coverage, quote-unquote, as source material. CNN's bullshit ratio just keeps climbing. Is it possible for an organization to give 110%? Because CNN, wow, you guys don't just stretch the truth. You cut it from whole cloth and then put it on the rack. And to Charles Barkley. You, sir, play hoopie ball. Or should I say, you played the hoopie ball. But you were no public speaker or great thinker. Stay in your lane, sir. The NBA is who's having China troubles right now. So don't pretend like it's not your friend's money tied up in China, okay? Americans are tired of absolute morons thinking they're bright enough to lead the stupid cows who obviously can't think for themselves. We of the blind bovine brotherhood can lead ourselves to the slaughter just fine, n'est-ce pas?
And numerous websites advertised hearts, lungs, and kidneys for sale, suggesting an on-demand industry. Most affected is a spiritual minority, the Falun Gong, who have been persecuted for rebuffing state atheism and adhering to a Buddhist-centric religious philosophy grounded in meditation and compassion.
On January 27, 2009, 4 of my family members went to see my father at the labor camp in Chongqing. When we talked with him, his mental and physical health were completely normal. On January 28th, about 3:40 p.m. the next day, someone from the Xishanping labor camp called saying that my father had died. My brother asked, how could a dead person still be warm? Each of us was picked up by 4 people and forcibly removed from the morgue. On February 8th, they called and told us that my father had been autopsied and then cremated. In his autopsy report, it said that 3 of his ribs were broken and all of his organs had been removed. How could you remove his organs? Without our family's consent, how could you just cremate him?
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Doug Schoen calls Hillary Clinton political cancer. When will the Dems cast off this albatross? Please, Hill Dog, I'm begging you, enter the race. Your own party hates you. No one trusts you. Back when Hillary was a child, they used to shame a bad politician by running them out on the rail. Literally drag them off stage and throw them out. It's high time we run Hillary out on a rail. Dems, if you want a chance at all in 2024, get Hillary as far from your party as possible. Tulsi Gabbard clears the air about third-party nominations and makes it clear she's gunning for Hillary. Be careful, Tulsi. People have a history of extraordinary feats of suicide when exposed to Hillary's ire. How about an update on the California heat? After the Kincaid fires, several acres have gone up in the LA County area as well. It seems as many as 2 million residents may lose power in a precautionary measure against setting even more of California ablaze. Barbecue at the San Diego Zoo? Oh, what? Too soon? Jane Fonda has decided that she is so irrelevant that getting arrested at protests is better than no attention at all. And now for a story that's near to my heart. In fact, it's just up I-5. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about Antifa, obstructing justice, and hiding evidence. Up in Portland, you may have heard recently that a young gentleman unfortunately lost his life in an interaction or altercation that happened in the streets outside Cider Riot. This altercation left a vehicle parked in or on the property of the DNC building, or a Democratic building up there, It left bullet holes, and I don't know exactly where. It left, like I said, one young gentleman unfortunately slain, and other interactions with people are yet to be as developed, or we don't know. So let's run through a few scenarios here, because I want to talk out why we don't know. Worst case scenario. Some nut was threatening or careening towards Keelaher for whatever reason. Keelaher or associate deploys a weapon on or about the time the vehicle impacts Keelaher. This is likely a lawful self-defense. Why then would you not want police to be better equipped to find this murderer? Mutual dispute. Both parties escalated the situation, and it went over the edge. 50-50, you're still good. If you think you're right, why not help your friend? If you think you're wrong, you might have gotten your friend killed. Third option. Keelaher or an associate were feeling their oats and causing trouble. Blocking traffic, maybe. When someone tries to push their way through with their car to get home after a long day at work, then, after having a few too many ciders and an act of posturing and escalation, a member of the terrorist organization known as Antifa drew a firearm and pointed it at the motorist, causing the driver to flee in fear for their life, and unfortunately running over one of the terrorists in the process. The terrorist then fires live ammunition within city limits, landing lead in whichever buildings happen to be in the crossfire. This is where Schrodinger's cat meets Occam's razor, and I hand it off for you to decide for yourself. I already know what I think. Well, let's all pretend like our opinions matter and leave that shit in the comments below, and remember, this is YouTube, so do all the things.